What is up, guys? Today I have a really exciting list to showcase for you. It is technically a 4-color mutate. However, the 4th color, being the white splash of white, isn't actually used at all. It's more of a 3-color, running green, black, and blue. As you can see here, the creatures that do have the splash of white in it, we're actually more so utilizing it for its mutate cost other than its hard cast. This could prove to be a little bit of a problem, but I haven't come across it yet so far. Let's go a little bit over what the deck is about. We do have a little bit of ramp here with Paradise Druid and Arboreal Grazer. I can't even English today. I apologize, guys. Anyway, you turn 1, turn 2, and possibly a turn 2 Baby Godzilla, depending on what you get on your opening draw. He's going to allow you to draw a card, then discard a card, kind of help fix your hand a little bit during the early game, even during the mid to late game. And then you're kind of hoping to turn 2 a Sea-Dasher Octopus if you did do a turn 1 Gemrazer, if not a turn 3, that allows you to swing, and every time a creature deals combat damage to a player, you're able to draw. So these are all opportunities and avenues of approach to help affect your hand and get more cards into your hand to be able to play them, as well as to help actually with the mana ramping. As you can see, we have a lot of really expensive creatures. So going a little bit more so toward the control side of the list, we have things like Dirge Bat, aka Batra, Dark Destroyer. Anytime this creature mutates, destroy a target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. That's important to know, because if you do have him resolved on the battlefield and you're a little hesitant about mutating him because maybe the opponent doesn't have anything on the battlefield, it won't force you to kill your own stuff. This one is actually coming really clutch quite a bit in this list. Migratory Greathorn. Anytime it mutates, it's going to allow you to search your library for a basic land card and put it on the battlefield tapped and shuffle your library. Not only is that helping us with getting more mana out so we can get some more of these combos going, but it's also helping you thin the library so you're top decking into some juicy spiciness. Trumpeting Nars seems like it's been okay so far. It gives you a free opportunity to pay 3 for its initial cast, and then anytime you mutate onto it, you're getting a 3/3 beast token. This allows you to pull things from your graveyard. With a total power of 10 or less, means you can get a couple different creatures as long as their total power equals to 10 or less. And then kind of going to the sideboard. Now this video is showcasing primarily a best of 1 because I'm still currently working on the sideboard for this list. So let me go ahead and get rid of my cam here so you can kind of see what I've come up with so far. If you guys see any tweezes you recommend for it, by all means let me know in the comments. Arboreal Grazer, Nullhide Ferox, Shifting Ceratops for those blue matchups, Biogenic Ooze for the wide stretch. Of course, Stonecoil Serpents. I'm actually thinking about bumping that number up to 4 because it's incredibly powerful right now in the current meta. And then Hydroid Krasis because it's Hydroid Krasis, of course. All right, so without further ado, we're going to go straight into some gameplay. And guys, if you haven't already, if you enjoy the video content, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button, please, for supporting future content we push out. So here we go, going straight into the match. Like I said, normally I like to do best of 3 videos on these lists, but I can't quite get the sideboard in check for this one. Some of it feels okay, like Nullhide actually feels pretty strong against some of those Croxa lists. And then of course Stonecoil, Shifting Ceratops, but there's something missing there that I haven't quite put my finger on it. And I don't want to showcase the best of 3 until I've got like a lot better sideboard, if that makes sense. So opening hand, we do have the Baby Godzilla, we have the Gemrazer, and we have the Greathorn. All right, so initially looking at this, I'm like, all right, we're obviously in our Baby Godzilla out. We have Gemrazer available to us. We see it's a Kahira list, so I don't know if we're gonna see a whole lot of enchantments, etc. So it might be okay just to mutate Gemrazer onto Baby Godzilla and get that 4/4 swinging. Also like the idea of doing a Migratory Greathorn here instead as well, so that way we can also start getting more mana out, which I think is the wise decision. It should allow us to draw and discard as well, in which case I actually kind of think getting rid of the Gemrazer would be the way to go. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go with Greathorn. We're gonna draw a card, we're gonna discard. Honestly, we could even discard a Grazer, but either way, we'll put Greathorn on top. He's gonna proc, and we're gonna draw probably just a forest here. So we're sitting at 4 mana. Feeling pretty good so far. We're ramping pretty quick. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking about putting it on there. That's a minor punt there. I probably should have. Reading the card, Baby Godzilla allows us to mutate the Sea-Dasher Octopus onto the Greathorn, and we would have actually gotten another land, and we also would have been able to draw another card. So that turn 3 play would have been huge for us. A little bit of a mess up there. I keep looking at it like, what's it keep showing me this? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and play our forest out, looking to see what's available to us. Thrashing Brontodon is not an enchantment creature, so Gemrazer is not gonna do anything about him. I'm also kind of looking at Umori, setting up the next turn play, making creatures cheaper. Just kind of evaluating what I have. I think we're gonna go ahead and cast Umori here. Just set the tempo of the battlefield. I do think that we should be casting Sea-Dasher Octopus. It's something that anytime I go back on my videos and I like watch over it, I'm like, man, I should have made this move. So we do end up casting it though. At least we should put it on Greathorn, so then we can get another proc from his card draw, discard from Baby Godzilla, and then being able to fetch a basic land. I'm thinking a swamp here in case we draw into the destroy target creature card. That way we have everything online. We're going to go ahead and swing with Greathorn. Obviously, we're tapped out. He's tapped out. Maybe he thinks that we have something. We just swung. Maybe he'll just let it through, making it look like maybe we're going to buff him up or something. Who knows? All right, so Auspicious Starrix. Man, that's a mouthful of words. Auspicious Starrix. This is the meat and potatoes right here. This card is so powerful. Watch this chain of events that is about to unfold. All right, so I'm just looking at the board state. I'm like, okay, so how do we get full value out of this play here? Whenever it mutates, you exile cards from the top of your library until you exile X permanents, where X is the number of times this card is mutated. So since we got a couple mutates so far out of Greathorn, this should proc a decent amount of times, and they come straight out. So things like Grafdigger's Cage do not stop this trigger, as they go to exile first, and then they're brought onto the battlefield from exile, not cast directly from the library. Just a heads up. So we're gonna get a land, and we're gonna get 2 creatures. We're gonna go ahead and jam in this Watery Grave, giving us 4 mana. Then we're gonna play the Greathorn again, and it should proc Starrix yet again for even more times or more hits. We should get rid of Baby Godzilla here. And we do have things in the bin for the beast form. So we're gonna get 3 procs. Boom, boom. Look at just bear in mind, guys, look at the mana that's on the battlefield for us right now. This is what, turn 4? This is turn 4, I think it is, because I don't think our opponent missed a land drop. It might be going into turn 5, excuse me, but still. Look at this board state right now. All right, so we did end up getting the Batra, destroy target creature or planeswalker whenever it mutates, as well as Godzilla. I think we just keep stockpiling Starrix. I think we do 1 mutate on Batra to get rid of that Questing Beast, because Questing Beast is a powerhouse and kill pretty much any of our creatures except for Batra himself. And it'll also open up the floodgates for us to be able to swing out with all of our other trample creatures, such as Big Godzilla, Starrix, even Umori. All right, so we see Kahira come out. Hopefully we draw into a second mutate card, so that way we can trigger Batra twice and get both of those creatures off the battlefield. I think we just go ahead and eat the 5 here and we go to 9. All right, so we do get 2. We're going to be able to kill both Kahira and Questing Beast. I believe we go Greathorn first, so that way we can continue to thin our library yet again. We do draw a land. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that. We're going to put him under, or excuse me, over, because he has the bigger power and toughness. All of the abilities stick, so whether you put him on top or under, he'll get flying regardless, because Batra had flying. All right, so we took out the Mr. Questerson. We're going to play out, I forget what his real name is, Biolante. And then that should be GG. Yep, there it is. So he's going to go ahead and throw in the dice. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all for watching. Like I said before, if you enjoy the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below. This was just the best of one of this really spicy list. As you guys can see, it really kind of opens up the battlefield to a lot of different new mechanics that were introduced during Ikoria. So I'm really excited to continue the development of this deck list. And if you do have suggestions, guys, for the sideboard from what we have, by all means, post in the comments list and then let me know how the deck pans out for you. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I will see you again very soon.